Welcome back everyone, this is another video from HeadShoward Shave Well. I'm James and I'm back quicker than I have been in the last few months, so delighted to do that. I said that in the last video, I've got a bit more time on my hands at the moment, so I should be bringing you some more videos. So this is the second video of my isolation trip to Ireland during the lockdown, and last video I showed you an incredibly special Gillette old style vintage razor. Today I wanted to focus on vintage razors again, but I wanted to come at it from a much different angle, and I wanted to share with you some of the amazing people and good work out there that you can get access to very, very easily. So if you're a regular subscriber of my channel, then you'll notice that I'm a really big fan of vintage razors and modern razors as well. I love them all, but you know, I do like my vintage razors and I try and collect as many as I can. I haven't got a huge collection, but I've got, you know, a decent number, so that's good. I have acquired a brand new, or newly bought, should I say, vintage razor, which I'll show you in a moment. And it's probably, I don't know, I could probably go as far as to say this is the world's favourite Gillette vintage razor, and something that I probably should have tried a little bit earlier really. But I've finally got my hands on one, and that's the Gillette Fat Boy. Oh yeah, baby, I got myself a fatty, which is awesome. I want to show you that, and I also want to show you my British-made Junior Aristocrat. Now, this is a razor that I've shown you on the channel a number of times, and every time I use it, it completely blows me away. The performance is phenomenal, and I'm hoping to get the same again today, because it's going to be the razor I'm using for today's head shave. But the reason why I've mentioned these two razors today is because I sent them off. I sent them off to a friend of mine, Chris Everett in the US. Now, what Chris does is an amazing metal replating work for vintage razors. So what I mean by that, for those that don't know, is you can replate vintage razors with metal, a metal of your choice. So you effectively bring them up to like new, as if they were made yesterday. And Chris offers the most fantastic service. I sent off my British-made Junior Aristocrat, a little bit nervous, not knowing what sort of condition it is going to come back in, although his website is amazing, www.razorplate.com. Visit it and you see some of the photography on there, and the work that Chris has done is just out of this world. So I was a little bit nervous, but with no reason to be really. And I received not only my Aristocrat, but my fatty, which I sent off a few days ago. And I cannot believe the results that I've got. Honestly, it is phenomenal. I have genuine Gillette vintage razors that are as shiny and new as they've ever been. And I'm like the cat that got the cream. So first off, I'm going to show you my Aristocrat. Look at that. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's get a really good look. Let's get it under this light. Look at that. Amazing. That was made in the 1930s, and it looks incredible, like I bought it yesterday. Unbelievable. The knurling, can you see that? It is so super shiny. It is effectively brand new. Thankfully, the engineering is so fantastic on this razor anyway, that it literally was a question of just replating, and this was in nickel, replating the nickel that was originally on there. When I acquired this, the nickel was still there, but there was patches of brass showing through, because it's a brass razor with nickel plating. So to send it off to Chris and have him replate it, look at that, to its former glory, is just so special. And that for me is shaving heaven. Probably my favourite razor in the range. I'd go as far as to say that now. and it is as good as new. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be using this today, but honestly guys, if there's a razor you've got that's special and you want, and it's vintage and you want to bring it back to life, go onto Chris Everett's website, www.razorplate.com. Have a chat with him, and I tell you what, he will sort you right out. He will make your dreams come true. Absolutely incredible. So we're going to use that today, but before we get going with a head shave, let's have a look at that fatty, shall we? Oh yes, and I don't mean me. Right. Always wanted a fat boy. I've obviously watched a lot of videos in my research. It's what inspired me to do my channel. People like Kevy Shaves, Ken Surfs, Paul H Films, you name it. There's so many out there. Nick Shaves, you know, I could go on. If I've missed you, I apologise. Cut Above, you name it. Here she is. This is my fat boy, and it looks incredible. Thanks to Chris at razorplate.com. Look at it. It is brand spanking new. The engineering is spot on, which we expect from Gillette, but the plating just brings it home. Absolutely incredible. The state I bought this in, I got a bargain on this. I think I paid 40 quid for it. And the reason why I paid so little for it is because the condition it was in terms of metalwork was absolutely horrendous. But I've been able to send it over to the US, to razorplate.com, and I've got it back, and she is a beautiful, beautiful light new razor now, and I've never used a fat boy, and I'm probably going to use that in my next video, and I can't wait to try it. This particular one is an F4, which dates it to 1960. And unfortunately, that was just after the switchover where the end cap lost its little holes where you could twist the end off. But thankfully, my one, they used the old part after the switchover. So I was very fortunate to get that removable end cap, which was great. And it made replating it a little bit easier. Enough about the fat boy. We'll cover that in the next video. But for today, I want to celebrate Chris. Thank you very much for an amazing service, buddy. Honestly, he's such a polite man as well, a real professional. But I'm going to enjoy having my junior aristocrat back, and I'm going to use this to have an amazing shave, and I can't wait. What I'm going to accompany this with today, we're going to go Proraso Sensitive Shave Cream, incredible product. I'm going to use my Yaki Professional 30mm shaving brush, which I absolutely love. I'm going to follow up with an Allen block, really important. And we're going to use the same aftershave as last time out. I haven't got a huge amount with me, but we're going to go with the wonderful Pinode Clubman, which is an amazing traditional barber style aftershave. So fantastic. Right, really looking forward to this. Let's get going. Right, there we go, head showered. Let's get this brush loaded. Just dip it in the water, it's a synthetic, which means it doesn't need any time to absorb. A little bit more than I would use in toothpaste terms. Into the centre of the brush, and apply it straight to the head, nice and easy. Right, let's go. A lot of moisture wanting to run away to begin with, used to that, but once that soap kicks in, it binds it all together. There we go. Let's just clear that path, lovely. I had a couple of comments of getting soap on my t-shirt during my shaves. Just to let you know that I don't carry on wearing any shirts after I've shaved. You know, they do get carried in soap and water and moisture and whatnot, and that's absolutely fine. I don't mind, I don't care. It just means I can concentrate on getting a nice big lather on this big head of mine. So if you do see soap getting on my collar and stuff like that, don't worry too much about it. It's going straight in the wash. Unfortunately, due to this face, this isn't a beauty pageant. So let's just enjoy this lovely head shave. Look at that. Look, I mean, these Yaki synthetics with these big knots are just lava monsters. Absolutely brilliant. They make really light work of it. Amazing. I can't speak highly of them enough. I really can't. And they just hold an incredible amount. They're not expensive. You got your purists that like, you know, real hair, of course. I love a badger and I particularly love a boar brush. Haven't tried a horse hair, but I'm going to give that a go soon. But I do like the synthetics. Never tried an old synthetic. Apparently they weren't as good as they are now, but these Yaki synthetics that I've got and some of the brushes I've bought from Craving Shaving and the like have just been unbelievable. So there we go, incredible, lovely. Look at that peaks, amazing. Right, I think that'll do for the first pass. Yep, no problem. Let's go for it. Right, so looking forward to this. My British made Junior Aristocrat, which I've loaded with Wilkinson's Gillette, if you can see that. It's such a great blade. I'm limited in what I can bring with me because I'm traveling, so I didn't bring a huge amount of blade, so I'll probably repeat this in some of the videos. Right, let's go. Pass number one. Let's cut around the ears before we go with the grain. And you know what? Unbelievable. I'm not kidding you. It's the smoothness of this thing. It is unbelievable. I mean, in terms of the British made and the US made Junior Aristocrat, I'm not really expecting there to be any difference at all. I mean, literally no difference at all. But I can only refer to my British made one because that's the one I've got. You know, I'm not expecting it to be better. Not by any means, of course. But the smoothness is phenomenal. Here we go with the shade. I mean, that right there. Is incredible. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It just feels so smooth, so secure. We're not going to get everything on the first pass. We're not trying to. Tremendous. Just tremendous. Fantastic. Okay, let's do lather number 2. Much easier this time, as you would expect. All right. And let's go against the grain. here we go. Such an amazing shaving experience. If you don't know, just get to know. Find yourself a junior aristocrat. I mean, they're not even the posh one of the two. The aristocrat was the one they really put the effort in, but I just can't fault this junior. I just can't. Amazing. Okay, final lather. Against the grain. Wow, I'm humbled. That is nothing short of spectacular. Honestly, people, that is baby butt smooth. Love it. Let's just follow up with my Allen block now, get some feedback as well as some good skin toning. Nothing. Not even a sting. Can you believe that? So not only have I got a close shave, I haven't gone too close. This Allen block is causing me no irritation whatsoever, although I love it. Is anyone that doesn't follow up with an Allen block like I never used to? You know, I really learnt the trick when I started following up with one of these. You can just feel that salty crystal goodness. Just prep your skin. Fantastic stuff. Recommend it. They're not expensive either. You should have one. You should use one. That was unbelievable. So let's have a little recap then. I doff my cap to Chris Evert and his amazing razor replating business for a fantastic service. He replated my British Junior Aristocrat, which I've just used, and it's my favourite, and it's as good as it ever was. So the replating has made it look amazing, and it has done nothing to hamper that incredible performance. So well done. And my new fatty, which I'll use on the next video, which looks incredible, looks brand new. I look forward to using that. Wilkinson Gillette blade, as reliable as ever, sharp. You know, very rarely do I cut myself with that particular razor, just only when I'm being an idiot, so I really highly recommend it. I can't speak highly enough of Pro Resso shaving creams and soaps, and that particular sensitive one is amazing. The Yaki 30mm brush, I could probably do another head shave off that. There's just so much still there. And let's just follow up with some lovely, harsh, but juicy and wonderful smelling aftershave, courtesy of the Pinot Club. That is delicious and sensational. That just leaves me enough time now to say thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. You'll find the button in the bottom right hand corner. The more subscribers I get, the better. I think if I get up to 100 subscribers, I might actually give something away, so bear that in mind. And I'm going to keep them coming through a bit quicker now, certainly over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll do as many videos as I can. The next video is going to be on my fat boy, which I'm looking forward to very much. Take care. It's time for me now to go and change my t-shirt and enjoy my day over here in Ireland. And I wish you all a safe and well time wherever it is you're watching from. And I look forward to you joining me on the next video. Take care, people. Look after yourself. This is James from HeadShoward Shave Well signing out.